I've worked with quite a number of startups in the AI space. Not too long ago, the message was, this is amazing. We can do everything. This is crazy. You're going to see all this magic happening. And I think I see them evolving where the story has become, you all know of the great potential of AI doing crazy, that, will increase your speed and productivity and quality and all this stuff. How about governance? How about privacy? How about security? How about brand voice? How about this? How about this? And so you don't have to hype up the possibilities anymore. You have to address to say, you're all overwhelmed with a million tools that promise, the moon. Well, we're starting from a foundation where you can, trust on all these issues and build something that is solid. And then you'll get the result. And that shift of where your customer's mind is in these tools is important.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting space, the AI thing, because I do think that hype cycle is obviously it's being pushed. There's a narrative sold that AI can do all these amazing things, but you still have to train it like you do a human. Like when you have humans in your business, they still have to understand your story, have the tools, have the knowledge to be able to do it. The AI needs the same thing. It needs to be trained in the story, so when it's executing the tasks, it's doing consistently with the story that you've created about your customers and your organization. That's still the same thing. Today, a human, I mean, the number of contact centers you call and you end up speaking to somebody and you can tell they're just presenteeism, they're there for the paycheck, they're not invested in the brand. The way they deal with you is just transactional. There isn't a conveying in the story. And other times you'll call an organization and you absolutely get someone who you talk to, who really represents what that company is all about through their energy, through the way they speak to you, through the language they use, their attitude towards you. You can really feel the difference in the two. So I think the problem I see in AI is a lot of the focus is on the transactional and productivity capability. It can do the things that we can do faster, better, at speed. But actually, we still need to give it that training and the understanding and the contextualization of what it's trying to do. What is it? What's the story it's operating within? Because if you deploy that same bot to Apple versus you deploy that same bot to, I don't know, Ryanair, they'll have two different stories that they're working inside of. The technical capability might be exactly the same, but the story they're operating inside of will be different.